Welcome to day 117 of our school year. 3 more days and this is filled in. We have 63 school days left. Okay, let's go ahead and get down our beginning fraction. We have 180 total school days. We're on day 117. Let's find the factors of our numerator. Our numerator is 117. 2 factors we always know are 1 and the number itself. Using the commutative property, we have 117 times 1. Now we're going to go through our divisibility rules in order so we don't miss any possible factors. So in order, after 1 is 2. The rule for 2 is that it ends in an even number. 7 is odd, so 2 is not a factor. And if 2 is not a factor, no even number will work. So now we try the rule for 3. The rule for 3 is that we add the digits together. So 1 plus 1 plus 7 equals 9. 9 is a multiple of 3, so 3 is a factor. 3 times 39, 39 times 3. Okay, next we try the next odd number, which is 5. The rule for 5 is that it ends in a 0, 5. It ends in a 7, so 5 is not a factor. We try 7. 7 times 10 is 70, 77, 84, 91, 98, 105, 112, 119. 117 is not in that list, so 7 is not a factor. We try 9. The rule for 9 is the same as the rule for 3. We add the digits together, we get 9. 9 is a multiple of 9, so that means 9 is a factor. 9 times 13, 13 times 9. So the only odd counting number or natural number between 9 and 13 is 11. So we try 11. 11 times 10 is 110, then 121. 117 is not in that list, so 11 is not a factor. Then we get to 13 and we are done. So let's go ahead. 13 is also prime. And list our factors from least to greatest. We have 6 factors. That is more than 2 factors, so it is composite. Let's go ahead and find our greatest common factor. So we only have 63 days left, so 117 won't work. So let's try groups of 39. Now your groups do not have to look like mine, but they do have to have 39 in each. And you need to keep the shaded separated from the unshaded. So here I have 1 plus 30 is 31, plus 8 is 39. 2 plus 30 is 32, plus 7 is 39. 3 plus 30 is 33, plus 6 is 39. And then I have 24 left over, so that means that 39 is not our greatest common factor. Let's try groups of 13. 10 plus 3 is 13. 7 plus 6 is 13. 4 plus 9 is 13. 1 plus 10 is 11, plus 2 is 13. 8 plus 5 is 13. 5 plus 8 is 13. 2 plus 10 plus 1 is 13. 9 plus 4 is 13. 6 plus 7 is 13. 3 plus 10 is 13. 10 plus 3 is 13. 7 plus 6 is 13. 4 plus 9 is 13. And then I have 11 left over. So 13 is not our greatest common factor. Okay, let's try groups of 9. So I'm going to use my perfect squares for 9. Let's see if that works, because 9 is a perfect square. 3 times 3. Okay, and then here we have 8 plus 1. This is not the only way to make groups of 9. 3 plus 4 is 7. Plus 2 is 9. 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 3. And then 9. So I have no remainder, so 9 is our greatest common factor. Now let's go ahead and count up and find our total groups of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 total groups. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 shaded in. So 20 is one of those numbers that I can multiply to make 100. So that means I can find my decimal and I can find my per cent. Per through or thorough, 100. How many through 100 do I have? So I can multiply by 5. 20 nickels is 100 cents. 13 times 5 is 65. So 65 hundredths can also be written as 65 hundredths or 65 per 100%. So that means we have 35% of the school year left. Okay, now that we have done our division with our model, let's go ahead, divide using our algorithm. It's always good to be able to do your math in 2 different ways, because if you get the same answer, you can be confident that it is correct. I'm going to divide into groups of 9, or 9 groups. 117, I'm going to divide into 9 groups, or groups of 9. Okay, 10 times 9 is 90. Numbers the same, zeros a game. 18 take away 9 is 9. 10 times 9 is 90. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Add our partial quotients. 10 plus 10 is 2 tenths, 20. 10 times 9 is 90. More on top, no need to stop. And then here, it's just 11, take away 9, which is 2. Okay. 3 times 9 is 27. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Add these together, we get 13. Now we need to check divisor times quotient plus remainder, divisor times quotient plus remainder. Since our remainder is 0 for both, and our identity property of addition says when you add 0 it stays the same, we don't need to add 0. 9 groups of 0 is 0, 9 groups of 2 tens is 18 tens. 9 groups of 3 is 2 tens and 7 ones. 9 groups of 10 is 9 tenths plus 2 more tens is 11 tenths. 117, that matches our dividend up here, so that checks. 180, that matches our dividend up here, so that checks. So our numerator is definitely 13, and our denominator is definitely 20. All right, let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. We're in trimester 2 still, week 12. Today is 2/28/2020. Normally this would be the last day of the month, but this is a leap year, meaning we get an extra day in February to add up for those fraction days. Every 4 years that happens, so tomorrow we have February 29th. Today's fraction is 13/20ths, which is equivalent to 65 hundredths, which is equivalent to 65%. So we have completed 65% of the school year, and we have 35% left to complete. We did groups of 9, so let's go ahead and get out our number line. Okay, so our last one is 11 twentieths. 12 twentieths is equivalent to 18 thirtieths, to 27 45ths, to 36 60ths. But the simplest form, or equivalent fraction in those terms, is 3/5. And then today is 13 twentieths. There are no lines below it because it is the simplest form, or our equivalent fraction in lowest terms. But we do have an equivalent fraction in the 3's, because 3 is also a common factor, but 9 is our greatest common factor. Alright, let's go ahead and put your number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.